Hello. Welcome
Hi,
back.
we are indeed back.
It's time for more Ace Attorney. Maybe the end of the fourth case here.
Does
Oh
that
my
mean
god.
we'll finally understand the magic of Christmas?
No, Christmas is over.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like we're like 2 days after Christmas. Yeah, 2 days after Christmas. Christmas
mm,
is done. Christmas magic doesn't exist anymore.
okay,
Only the
but
law. And sad Maya.
inside Maya,
She's sad
what
because
was
Christmas
Mr.
is over.
Aww, what was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
I wonder, Maya, do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick,
Yo, how's everyone? I can't do this voice this week. My throat is still like recovering. I can't. I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya?
swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
There's no bow option. I'm disappointed.
Anyways. Do we want to talk to him?
I don't see why not. He's here.
He's here, so why not?
Let's talk about Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
We got a really early egg this time.
We did.
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
I forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was on trial. A class trial. For murder!
Like a class trial?
Class trial?
No, I think we should leave it at that. Just
I'm
kidding.
kidding.
Yes, class trial.
You remember, Larry? Spring, end of third grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Then he was murdered.
Lunch money?
School was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, the kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. We were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah. Kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial? What's
Then-
a trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. That'd be great if she just didn't realize what a court was. She was just hanging out with Phoenix the whole time.
Honestly, I feel like that checks out.
I didn't do it.
Guilty, you did it!
Guilty, it was you.
Get your money back.
Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. This is what Larry used to sound like.
Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. He was dead. That's what had happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. But Miles?
Young Edgeworth.
Got big hands. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, that boy is innocent. Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. I don't need proof. Make him say sorry.
Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I just gotta say, I like how in that classroom they put him on trial, and immediately the teacher was just like, yeah, he's guilty. It's like the whole purpose of the trial was just to, like, publicly shame him more than anything.
I want you to think how alike that is with every trial we've done so far.
Yep.
That's just
exactly
the way
what I was
this
gonna
world
say.
works.
It really did prepare them for the real world, I gotta say.
You are guilty until proven innocent in this world.
It was only a daring objection that changed the course of things.
Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. He was a like little chimney sweep when he was a child.
I see.
And then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Didn't he say several years after the class trial?
Yeah, he said several years later. So
He
he was
was
like 6 years old.
Yeah, he was in third, so they would have been like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started early.
Sorry.
What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied.
Oh. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
Just couldn't drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Yeah? You have a comment?
No, just continue.
Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick!
Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well may be. So now you know why Phoenix and Edgeworth are just completely normal friends. And why the internet is filled with artwork of them being completely normal friends.
Ah, I see. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who.
Or what he is.
I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Oh, what did we throw out?
Alright.
We still have a good bit.
Gun. Just throw out everything.
Throw out the gun, throw out the parrot. We don't actually have the parrot, we just have the knowledge of a parrot.
That's kind of disappointing, honestly.
We still have autopsy, photo, map, bullet, pistol, metal
Oh, I think we
detector.
threw out the Nessie article.
Yeah. So nothing to do with Nessie anymore. Pretty
Aw.
much.
Alright, so Nessie is not real.
Yeah, nothing about Nessie or Lotta.
Alright. Well, let's maybe head back to the scene of the crime.
Alright, let's do it. We got a few places actually. We got the Detention Center, Cord Lake, Criminal Affairs, and Grossberg. So just Lake.
Yeah, let's go Lake first. Let's see if we can find any trace of the boat keeper.
Hey pal, long time no see. I'm not gonna be able to do any of my voices. Jesus
Texas
Christ.
Gumshoe!
All of them hurt. Close one today, eh? Got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today.
Woods?
Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while.
Guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
But I'm Tiss. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
I have some camping to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Lotta has just been deleted from the story.
I like that.
So we don't need to worry about her anymore.
Nice.
Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
It's like the hot dog stand is closed too.
Guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
Now just keep moving.
Let's keep on moving. That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
Never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I don't know who this is.
I can take a voice, keep doing it a lot.
I know that clearing of the throat anywhere.
Hello, what might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg? There's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyways?
Who knows?
What if? Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to rent a boat.
Scandalous.
Wait, can we get into the safe now?
We can. It's illegal now to break and enter.
Yes.
He's a criminal.
Nobody's home.
Hello, hello, squirrel.
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, hello, squirrel.
Can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
That's our parrot now.
Hello, hello, squirrel.
Heck yeah, dude. Parrot get.
Alright, what are we looking at?
Examine the safe. First thing. I gotta get in there. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228, squirrel.
Come on, let's open it, Nick.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aww. But hey, keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I'm betting now it's just his fishing tackle box.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth!
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. I was only going to read part of it before. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. Perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know. It looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Polly, did you put a hit out on Edgeworth?
Polly!
You silly bird. Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue.
See, robbing people's worth it.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to interact with Polly again to see what's up.
Bird.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
Yeah, you should take care of him. Get him out of here. Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. At least know about her anyway. Sure, they'll do something.
Well, okay.
Do you trust the police to do that, like, actually?
Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. They did just, like, hand us a dog.
Yeah, it's very true. They
don't know
handed
how
us
they-
a missile. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me.
What about the, food on the table?
Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. That's why the bird isn't moving, it's frozen.
It's frozen.
Anything
So
else?
I'm going to examine just with, like, the fan or the stove. I know last time I just said it was pretty clean here. Adjustment here.
Nothing. Just the stove itself.
Okay, I'm not too worried about it then.
Alright.
Dad's gonna be like, oh yes, there are traces of him cooking meth here before he left. Yeah.
Alright, where to next then?
Go back to the beach to start. Maybe go to the detention center. Oh, there's our boy.
You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Hedgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. See, they're just in the won't they of the will they won't they.
That's an excellent way to describe that.
Alright, talk
Why
or...
prosecute?
Hey, Edgeworth. Why'd you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
He's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding.
Can we show Edgeworth the letter we just got?
Ooh. Good point. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me?
Who's that old guy anyways?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So, he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says, this is your last chance.
Last chance. Wait, maybe... Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
Suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. He's smarter than your average boat caretaker. I'll give him that.
Yogi? Yogi the bear?
He's worn a perfect costume. He's escaped the authorities all this time. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago.
It was like in a Hallmark movie. We ended up in the elevator together. We got to talking, but then the earthquake hit.
And it is Christmas. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Oh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take that revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all.
Alright, I want to hear about this group of crows that he saw.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. Me, my father, and about 20 crows in that elevator. It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. You don't gotta read all this again, I think it's the same thing.
You're not making this any easier. I want to get out, help, get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen.
Where have I seen this before?
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What? Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you!
Ah, what? What are you? What? Stop breathing my air.
He's attacking father. And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away from my father.
Bang.
Screaming.
Don't scream, you'll use up all the oxygen.
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
No, my name is Edgeworth. He's right. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. How many times can I make that joke? But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it, that way this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about the L6. Is she gonna call her mother? On the spirit line?
On the spirit phone?
On the spirit phone?
I think she meant Grossberg.
Oh. I mean, honestly, I like my idea better.
Your idea
hear
is
me
not
out.
out of the realm of possibility in this game.
Like, if a spirit medium contacting a spirit can be used in court, can a spirit medium contacting their mother, who was a spirit medium, who contacted a spirit to be used in court, be used in court?
I would think so, because they would be a witness to what happened. You could call them as a witness. But I think the whole DL6 thing made so, like, that isn't something you can really do in court anymore. Remember, the prosecution office was kind of made a laughingstock after that.
Okay.
I think that was the
Alright.
whole fallout of DL6.
You might be right, but also we're gonna go talk to Grossberg and figure out what the legality of spirit mediums are in the modern day.
Now, that's
the
why.
important
That's
part.
why we're talking to him.
Yeah.
Mr. Grossberg.
Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Huh?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He
I see. So, Edward dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well, Alva, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise. Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Plus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
We just talk to him about it more, or do you want to present something?
What's with this tie clip? I don't think that's something we can
Oh, I
actually
can't.
look at. But I'm just
Yeah.
like,
You can only look past him.
seems odd. Let's see. Can we present to him the? Well, we'll try the letter. See if we can get anything from it.
Oh, so this is that letter. Doesn't seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but his own.
His own sake.
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait,
What is it?
letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? You have any idea who wrote this?
Well, who do you want to guess?
Von Karma.
Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Hmm. Hmm? Von Karma. Von Karma. Oh, wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it!
Oh, shit.
I knew it.
I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was.
Correct. Manfred Van Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Ooh. Talk about. Well, let's talk about the spirit medium. That's what we came here for.
Yeah, that is what we came here for.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed.
I guess that's him speaking through Mia, so maybe.
through Misty, yes.
Oh, yes, Mia.
The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. You know, that's some good evidence. That's some good evidence right there.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. Are you saying he falsified his testimony? Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
You know what the mistake was? Misty needed to talk to Mia from the future, her daughter, and her daughter would have been like, you should have pressed on that. And then she would have known, because she could have pressed on the testimony.
If only she knew about her future lawyer daughter.
Exactly.
What are we pressing on?
Let's talk about Edgeworth first, and then let's figure out the karma business.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. He had no friends. He was a stupid, lonely idiot. It's true. Well, he may have had one beer now that I think about it.
Like, it's so matter-of-factly.
Your mentor, F.A.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Frauds, testimonies, and evidence are nothing to him. Result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see. Von Karma.
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
Just 15 years ago, Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Gregory versus Manfred.
Getting the
Trial
drama?
we've all been trying to figure out.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations?
I don't know if that warranted an egg, but...
Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
Maya, have you ever been to Europe? You're like 6.
Maya,
In
you're
any
like,
case.
you're like 2 years old. You haven't been anywhere.
That was the only time he took a vacation from work.
Maya, you've been to jail more times than you've been to Europe, I'm pretty sure.
It's true. Odd. If you wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? In red text.
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that.
Wait, it is.
I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I don't believe that it is. Almost Christmas means it's not Christmas. Accidental murder isn't real murder.
Yes! Yes!
I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But, Nick... Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright. If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim to none.
I understand. Police materials.
Shall we check out the police materials?
I guess so.
1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Wait. Did you know I'm an attorney?
Stop showing me stuff!
I'm sorry.
Wait, show the parrot. I just need to know. I just need to
Bird. I'm sorry.
Aww. Hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Dr. Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Damn, he'd be pounding that pavement for real. And, we were wondering if he could, check out the records room again.
I feel like that's very in character for Maya to say. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there.
On Karma?
Yeah, he just arrived, actually. Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry.
No one
ever to kill him.
Yeah, no one ever goes in there. We have just the thing. This gun's gonna have fired 4 times.
I want to use the parrot personally, but we can use the gun too if we need.
Oh, we got many methods.
Dusty as always.
We're only here just yesterday. Sure, they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. On Karma.
No, I'd say he's here. He's just he's hiding in that cabinet.
He's
It's sitting
hiding.
open.
On Karma, are you in there? Get out of there.
In there? Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick, the file for TL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Front.
Front-facing Von Karma. Oh god. You! How do you know my name?
Huh?
It's unnatural. We shouldn't be looking at it. Have we met?
What? What are you saying?
See, that warranted an egg.
We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see. I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Right, now we get to talk to Von Karma.
I don't know if I want to, but I guess we should.
I feel like we have to.
It's just, he's like staring very intently. Like, it seems like.
I don't like it. It's very unsettling.
Imagine you go on a date, and like across the table, this dude's just sitting there, just like.
I would like to not imagine that scenario, thank you very much.
Nope, too late. You will dream about it tonight.
Alright, should we talk to him or present stuff?
Let's talk to him.
Alright, what's first?
Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. But you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Tomorrow's trial. You know, like, you gonna be there?
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. The Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow.
Let's show him a little quirky little thing with his handwriting on it.
Yeah, we should.
Wait.
We should show him this evidence that says that he was involved in the trial. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
No, show him our attorney's badge first.
Oh wait, oh shit.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's okay.
I had already hit the button as you said to do. I'm sorry. You're right. That should always be the first thing.
Now he's not gonna know we're an attorney.
Damn it. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
This beautifully written letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick? What's that thing?
Stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No.
No!
Whoa, what are you...
Nick, run!
Maya Fey, deceased. Maya! Out of my way! Phoenix Wright, deceased. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay?
I took the first 500,000 volts.
She's a hero.
Uh,
Maya, open your eyes. Maya.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? Don't worry, she'll be fine. Psychic types are only neutral against electric types, so she's
Oh,
fine.
that's good. I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer, or a medium. Can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. Better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? The L6 incident evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Bullet get.
Heck yeah, now we can use it to kill him.
I'll prove it to you, Maya. Most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Alright, we're getting into it.
He says as he walks out, leaving her lying there on the evidence floor.
Don't worry, she'll be fine. Yeah, we're right at the end of it. The last court session of this whole case. This is the part I was telling you earlier before we started that might go on a while. So let me know if you get sick of it and need to stop.
Okay. I mean, let's get into it.
This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
She should be dead if that's the case.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Wait, what if she's summoning her own spirit?
Wait.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh! What are you doing?
So sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea. I'm gonna go touch some pedestrians.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
I'm gonna go touch some pedestrians.
Ah, pal! I'm a pedestrian walking here. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Hell yeah, we love Gumshoe here. We're all Gumshoe fans.
Gumshoe the goat.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember. I'm going to prove it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
Right. Very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness.
No, I don't.
Well, let me remind you, he lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident.
I thought that was a ramen shop.
No, in addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity and thinks he runs a ramen shop.
No, I definitely bought noodles from there.
That you should not have done that.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Well, please begin your testimony.
Why I left court.
I'd love to hear it.
Sorry, I was bored.
Case closed.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yana Yogi. You're Yana Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
I really hope this is actually just a senile old man.
Alright, I'll go ahead and save, because we haven't done that in a while. Alright, anything pop out immediately?
Let's press on feeding Polly.
This one?
Yeah.
Food?
Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. I only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
You weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well... kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. I believe that. He was lost.
God damn it. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. See, now you completely understand how this court works. Hey, anything else?
I figured I got nothing to do with this. Let's press on that.
You lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Now, how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
Did we see what evidence we have?
Yeah. Got everything here from the last one, and then we have this photo and the bullet.
Okay, let's just keep pressing for now. I think we just kind of press on each thing. Let's press on this one.
Alright. Why can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now, over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. No one is allowed to lie in this court, and they would never. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Ho ho, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he?
I don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
Gregory Edgeworth. It's his father. He never died. That would actually be a sick twist.
Yeah.
Yanni Yogi.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Hmm? Yogi? His name seems familiar. Oh!
I remember. He was caught for stealing picnic baskets.
Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court?
I mean, you should, like, find an ID.
This
That
is
was,
a
like,
court of
asking
law,
for it.
and as you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory and his IDs.
Darn it.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
That's like an actual good move. Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? No fingerprints?
You've got no fingers.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff, yep.
I thought to myself, hands? Who needs them? What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Hmm. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. There's literally no other way.
Nope, none. No.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints, because why would I have? What do I do?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait
Yes.
a second.
Yes!
Cross-examine his parrot.
Who up cross-examining they pair it right now?
Straight up
Ooh.
cross-examining my parrot.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to.
Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up.
On my proposal.
Exactly, Your Honor. I would
I
like to
say
cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh, I love this game.
That's beautiful.
Or
What? Sorry, what?
What do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes.
Let the parrot take the stand. Screenshot.
That's a great line right there.
Ah, I love this game. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance.
He's a genius.
At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
I gotta know. Did you think in any way, shape, or form this is how this was gonna go?
I, like, in the back of my head, when I'm like, there's a parrot, yeah, this parrot's getting called into court, like, but I never really, like, mentally, like, processed that. I was like, sure, it could happen, but no, I never really processed it as this.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name?
Bird.
The witness is ignoring me.
Must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ooh, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Do we have another option?
Hello.
Alright, so we can work with this.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Alright, so yeah, you got this. Good luck.
Alright, we gotta press on this.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say? Let's see. Let's try Have We Forgotten Something?
As I recall, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk, don't forget DR6, Squawk.
If I can get Polly to say that here, I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, Squawk.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello, Squawk.
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
No, it's just a dumb bird.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing we're dealing with right now. Von Karma has retrained the parrot. Because he
Whatever,
knew
it's-
we would want to. Alright.
That's, I gotta say, that's incredible. And honestly, I respect him for it.
He's a perfectionist. He's gotten this far for a reason.
We could present the parrot
Present the parrot
to the parrot.
We could-
Okay, let's press again and see if we can.
Oh, wait.
Oops.
Alright, I got my A's and B button mixed up because that's how it is on Vagrant Story. Let's try to save. Press on this.
Yeah, let's press on this.
Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that our owner is Mr. Yogi.
We could
Okay.
try pressing and asking something else.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. Right, what do I say? Let's try... What's your name?
Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly, what?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
No.
Just see something here real quick. Oh. I just realized we have something because I accidentally opened it earlier. We got
Oh,
this
the file,
DL6
yes.
case file. We can actually read this and get a bunch of
Ah.
information.
That's good to know, okay.
So, date 12/28/2001, location elevator, district courthouse. Aaron elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident, no clues found on the scene. Victim data, Gregory Edgeworth. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in heart, the murder weapon was fired twice. Suspect data, Yanni Yogi, age 37, court bailiff. Trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide.
Well, that's helpful. Let's go ahead and say force then.
Yeah, I'm glad I accidentally opened that up, because I completely forgot about it. Yes, it does.
Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parent's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
My attorney's man.
This, you just have to trust that I'm right.
Trust.
I passed the bar.
Dang it, if only we had the dog. We could show him the dog and he could pet the dog.
If only we had the dog, we could sick it on Von Karma.
I show him the file.
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us. We'll stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is information connected to the parrot's name?
We can just look at that.
Yeah. Probably the third page. Suspect
Suspects.
data. Guys, there are literally 3 pages here. It took like 30 seconds to read.
The judge forgot that he can't read.
Ah.
It's on the suspect data page.
Huh?
This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. You wanted to remember the name of his...
Bird.
You wanted to... It's great because the judge would think that. Right?
She's alive! I didn't realize.
He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's the most common name for a parrot.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Ah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
I don't know, does it?
She's only 7 years old.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right. But what?
Well, witches, you may continue.
Just ask another question?
Yeah, let's try. What's the safe number?
We don't get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? Safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? Ooh, 12/28, December 28th. I'm putting them together. That's like 11 days away, so if we wait 11 days to play the game then, we'll be able to solve the case.
I see.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually,
Actually, it does. Actually, Your Honor, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Oh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
12/28, that's the thing.
This thing again?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number?
Case summary, I think. Double check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the case summary page.
Case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 12/28.
Ah,
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Wait, are we just gonna, like, ignore the fact he just gave out his...
Oh, don't worry about that.
card number? Just...
Don't worry
That's
about
enough.
that. Else we need to get to a bank as fast as possible.
Unironically, we could be so rich right now. Literally, we just let Edgeworth hang him out to dry. We get to that ATM.
We can just pay his way out.
We
Von
actually
Karma's
just
got to be
yes.
loaded.
Dude, honestly.
And we can just defend ourselves when we get taken to court.
Ooh, you're right. Objection. He willingly gave out that number in court.
I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that isn't a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
That felt like an unnecessary gavel. But like he just wanted to.
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I have accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, He looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 13 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. One comma. Where is Mr. Yogi?
Close my eyes for one moment. I lack object permanence, you see.
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
And the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
Innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Shouldn't they just, like, say he's just not guilty then?
Well, they want,
Every mystery is left unsolved.
yeah, they want to have him up here because they're gonna do the confetti and everything, you know?
Oh,
they have it all ready.
That's nice.
Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth's trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the Kill 6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh, what do I do?
Maya just says all of this, like, literally so out loud. No one else is. It's quiet. Just everyone in court hears everything.
No, this music that's playing right now, that's in the actual courtroom.
Oh, okay.
they have just a DJ at the ready for, like, however intense
That's actually
everything
sick,
is.
Dude, this is such a bop.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta have someone to, like, drop the confetti and stuff, too, so, like, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much crime, they have to get this done in 3 days. Like, it helps the pace. Like, it helps things move along real quick.
Put some EDM music on, and everybody just starts jamming. It's great.
Yeah. Anyways, what are we
Let's raise an
doing?
objection.
The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Do Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
You must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Edgeworth, if you want to confess to crime, you can go to the police station and do it. You don't have to do it right now.
Gumshoe will hear you out.
He will.
For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean, in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
He points at not him.
Yeah. he only was at a point away.
Order! This is certainly unexpected.
Off screen, there was a mirror he placed, like, ready for that moment.
Oh, I see.
The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
We should wait until tomorrow so I can figure this out.
Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess.
I'm going to go play on the jungle gym as I think about it.
It helps me clear my mind. During this time, I would consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
I'm sorry, Wright? I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I don't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Whether you're 9 years old or not. Huh? Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. Getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
He's gonna do it.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right.
Cock's gun.
Yeah.
You're gonna be innocent if I say you're innocent.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
You will be defended.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
For once, I would like to run this legally, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. On karma. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney.
Wait, you are? That's cool, dude. That's such a sick career.
Yeah, check out my badge.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please. She's doing it. She's channeling Edgeworth's dad, Gregory Edgeworth.
Hey, do you mind if I go get a drink real quick before we continue on?
Nope, that sounds good. I will do a quick BRB as well then.
Okay. Be right back. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Moments later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events.
Ah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, for cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I'll save real quick.
Yeah.
Anything stand out immediately?
Fine with that one. fine with that one. Let's press on this one a little bit.
What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then...
Let's press on this a little bit too. I think Edgeworth relive everything.
What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yana Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
Press on this.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze.
Let's press on this one, definitely.
The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. Scream?
Oh yeah, let's press on this. Let's make him redo the scream. I need to hear it.
Yeah. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. Better find out and quick. Alright, should we look through what we have?
Yeah.
Okay, we got our attorney's badge, of course.
Okay, good to know. Yes.
We got...
It's kind of old stuff.
Stay, overhead, pistol bullet, pistol, sector, repair it, DL6 case file, DL6 incident photo, and the bullet. Still bears clear ballistic markings taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart.
So basically, we have the report. Can we actually read through the report again?
Yeah.
Case file.
Oh, I didn't mean to...
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I can
We'll see
just
what happens.
load. Because no, that was a mistake. That was on me for hitting the button wrong.
The elevator was auctioned, depleted the engine, open source. Copy on the verge. Struggling to see where the screen, but I do think there's something behind the weapon firing once versus twice.
We did also get this photo that I don't think we looked at.
Yeah, let's look at the photo. It is interesting. There's a bullet hole in the thing, and potentially a bullet in this guy's chest as well, right? Was the other bullet found in his chest cavity?
Yeah, the bullet that was found was in his heart, as it says here.
Ah, I see. Okay, so then there is definitely something with the photo here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly how to tie this to the statements right now. What was the last statement?
Sorry, hitting the wrong buttons.
Okay, good.
Oh, you want to do something here?
The very last one in this series.
No scream, I remember it to this day. There's a single gunshot and then a scream.
Let's do the gunshot one. I feel like we present some evidence about the 2 gunshots.
Okay, so present the photo here.
That or something on the report that said there were 2 gunshots.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
It says the weapon was fired twice on the second page.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we can
So
present
let's
this.
present this one. Oh, music
Yeah, I missed
stopped.
that. Yeah, that means you got it. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. It's always a second bullet. Always
You're
one more
right.
bullet than what they say. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on.
Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? You do love bringing out the DL6 case incident file on this trial about the DL6 case incident.
I hate that you keep bringing this up. Anyways, please tell me what page it's on, like I've done with the last 3 times.
Yeah.
There was victim data.
Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we don't know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see, I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. But sometimes people who work in courthouses and carry guns will just randomly fire a shot the day before, just for fun, so we can't be sure. One of those shots was fired by the boy. Do you have any proof the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Yes.
I'm sure it had nothing to do with it. I'm sure it had nothing to do with it. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof.
The judge is just a mirror for whoever said something last. That's his role in this courtroom.
Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Yeah, the photo, I think.
Look at this photograph. Had to get one more in there. This is a photograph. Oh,
This is a photograph. Phoenix. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
this proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
Huh? So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. I would be surprised if there's an Ace Attorney game with a competent judge. I'll believe it when I see it. All right, where's the contradiction?
Where's
Do you
the
see
gunshot?
it?
I think it's the elevator button.
Boop. No.
Actively resisting the urge to press the elevator button, even though it's a photograph.
I'm so close.
So close.
Wright's just like sweating, just like.
Let's try the gunshot in the window.
In the heart.
In the heart? No. Gunshot in the window.
Oh. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. But there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
No.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
A murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in your... oh my god, I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely, though I loathe when you do look in that file. Try the case summary page.
Case summary. It's on page 1.
Look what is written there.
Let's look what is written there.
What is written
Mhm.
there? Air in elevator was oxygen?
It was?
Wait.
That explains... They were breathing in pure oxygen.
Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident.
Did he say there was something else that made the bullet hole in the door?
Yes, there was something else that made the bullet-shaped bullet hole in the door.
And I didn't process that until just now.
Yes.
However, as Mr. Von Comma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired.
Have you seen the police in this game? I love Gumshoe, but dear God.
I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. 50% off, who wants it?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
You joke, but the bullet hole being decorative, I could see being a defense in this game. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
Your Honor, that wasn't a bullet hole. Edward's father was just horny. What are you doing, Nick?
Go on.
Why aren't you raising an
Do you
objection?
want that stricken from the record?
What's stricken from the record? Nothing was said.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
The second bullet wasn't there, and all of my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edward declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think that it could be that simple. The case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I don't.
So, you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. Can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Objections. I have an objection.
Maybe you're just in case. Your Honor, I object.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, hmm?
On these court grounds. Nick? Did you just become Mario?
I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Grah! He just lunges at Von Karma. It must exist.
Must exist.
Oh.
The second bullet.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
Second bullet must exist. Where?
Someone took it.
Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor.
Hmm?
The second bullet. It existed.
What? But we've just had proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
Hmm. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Is there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Judge, I urge you to not be competent in this moment, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the murderer had to find it.
Okay.
Well, hard way through it.
Alright, murderer had to find it?
Yeah.
Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Ah, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is...
I mean, either of these are kind of both very similar.
Yeah, they are pretty similar. In fact, they're basically the same.
Let's say the bullet would be proof.
Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
This isn't going so well.
But there's some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet.
I'm kind of wondering if it wasn't the murderer that needed it, but the like if it was lost somewhere else. But I kind of want to try it again and say the murderer had to find it because they were careful.
Okay. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Gotcha. I think.
Oh, they only take one of the 2 shots fired, yes.
Okay, we'll say the murderer didn't need it then.
Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it.
I had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean?
Thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like Memento.
Yeah, it's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know?
Hmm.
Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
Well, that means Edgeworth is off the case then. Not guilty.
Not guilty! Woo! Confetti!
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. Can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy.
I was crazy once. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth got to work with perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's ever taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock?
But took it because he was injured.
Which would mean
Could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now?
Stay in.
Your Honor. There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Well, Mr. Wright, who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma! Von Karma?
You mean the Ron Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
It's still in his shoulder.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Show the evidence.
Do you have it?
Well, actually, I don't know if
Say
we actually
first.
have evidence to show. I want to just show his shoulder. I think it's in his shoulder still.
To show evidence, or
It's
it's impossible to prove? Which one? You can take your time and think about it. We can also look through the evidence if you want.
Yeah, if we can look through the evidence, that'd be good.
That's everything we got.
Hey, look at the bullet.
So there's clear ballistic markings.
I think we say that we can't show evidence here.
Okay. Make sure I'm hitting the right button.
It's impossible to prove.
It'd be impossible to find the doctor who operated on Von Karma now, even if Von Karma did undergo surgery.
Seems you have finally come to your senses. You've realized the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen.
Nick. The court record. Must be something.
What record? What could be in there?
The bullet!
There's no time. I'd better think on it as I go. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is...
Why, where's my attorney's badge? The metal detector! Wait.
I mean, we could.
We gotta do it. We have to.
Alright. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible? For all these years.
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, this is
Rewind.
one of my
Love this
favorite
game.
moments in this entire series.
I also feel like you could just screen cap like a lot of things in there, and this would still make sense.
Oh yeah, this is such a good case. I've been waiting for this moment.
I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means... You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order, order, order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector.
This is kangaroo court, and I love it.
Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot.
Just like Von Karma gave a shot to Gregory Edgeworth. Oh,
Microwave's done. Anyway, go ahead and use the metal detector. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. A bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence, because I stole it from the evidence locker.
yes.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. I like that he did really just, like, say that out loud, and he's not getting in trouble for it at all.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Here's my final proof.
My attorney's badge.
My attorney's badge.
The bullet that Maya stole.
That's... a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma? Will you let us remove the bullet from your shoulder?
He said, you will let us remove the
Oh,
bullet."
yeah. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? I'm not going to do that screaming. I've ruined my throat enough.
Warg. Ooh.
Warg. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Quiet as it quiet, don't make this easier.
It's like the fourth time we're seeing this. You don't have to be told.
Stop breathing like
Warg.
Warg.
It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. On Karma, it was you who warged.
Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me.
So, it was you.
You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me through a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death!
15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor. I think it's Karma. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth!
It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized?
It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall, felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
You can fool the spirits in the afterlife. You can get away with murder.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
squad finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. But for real this time.
Yeah, they had to sweep up all the confetti, and now they're just reusing it again. People are getting dust all over them.
Huzzah, the course is adjourned. There's a lot of dust in this confetti.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? On camera looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try, thank you.
I see. Thank you, right. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
Now she's got you there.
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Ahem. Woo! I feel foolish.
Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. It's your favorite character.
Y'all. Lotta?
What are you doing here? Get out!
Did
You
get
committed
arrested
a
for the
crime.
camping thing?
You're evading arrest. Get out of here.
Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. So look at you, you wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let's bygones some bygones, you know.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta, while you're in prison?
Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Beyonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
I should have seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. You're a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. This is where I learned that all of the voices for these characters that I have are not good to do whenever I have like a sick throat. In fact, they're maybe the worst voices that could have been combined.
It's
all in
great.
one room.
It's so good.
I'm
Nick,
enjoying it.
That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not like police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's 38, right? $38. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick? wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38. No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know, I know. Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. Hmm? Should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Now, where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence, both of you. Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all. Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go.
After that, dinner on me.
Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, I went a little overboard yesterday. Head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Hmm? Is this a letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. No.
Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya!
Uh,
So, you're leaving?
yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Oh, wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
You were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence? Were the attorneys back? We'll show her the bullet. Oh. A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. Couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm gonna complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya.
Oh. Happy Maya.
See, we wouldn't have gotten that if we showed the attorney's badge. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, got a bad feeling about this. Applause! Congratulations, you've done it. You've gotten through your first Ace Attorney game. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Ooh, Detective Gumshoe! And he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Only 17 more games to go. We got a whole series.
Just a couple.
Dude, I've got the trilogy of this. I've got Great Ace Attorney. The Edgeworth games just got remastered. Apollo Justice got remastered. We got the whole series we can do. But yeah. What do you think of your first Ace Attorney game? How are you feeling?
I was very happy with it. I'm feeling great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I could tell. Go ahead.
I swear, every single case threw me for a loop in some way or another, but it was just like, it was so funny the way that things went every single time that it was just great. Like, there's so many times where I would be trying to make a joke and then the game would make a joke that was even better. But,
Dude, I don't think there's a bad case in the entire first trilogy. These games are incredible.
I think you're right.
I could tell in particular you were really enjoying this. Like, you were really getting into it, and that made me very happy.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a lot of fun as well when we get to like trade characters back and forth. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're not technically done with this game yet. We do have one more case. We have the massive bonus case that's like 9 hours long.
Not bad.
Phoenix Wright. Yes, he's understudy, was he not?
Which
What is he doing? Haven't seen him of late.
I remember the bonus case being actually like really difficult and not as like hand-holdy as some of these other cases. Like, it's meant to be like, all right, you figured out how this game works, you know what to look for. So now we're gonna throw an extremely, it's complex. Just gonna throw a huge complex case at you. I remember liking it a lot. I don't remember all of the details. I remember enjoying it.
Well, I'm excited to check it out next week for sure.
Yeah. And then once we finish that, we'll have to figure out if we're doing the next game or something else for a bit. But I assume at some
Okay.
point we're going to come back to Ace Attorney no matter what.
I think you're absolutely right, one way or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite case, but it is a very good case. I remember that much. I think the third game is my favorite out of the trilogy.
Ah.
That was my very first one, and from what I remember of a lot of the cases, I think you'd like them a lot.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, third game also has like a very big connecting story throughout all the trials, like this first one does. I don't remember that much.
Ooh, gotcha.
I don't remember that being the case really with the second game, but I barely remember the second game. But the third one builds on like a lot of the craziness this one started, and just like expands on it.
I like that.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
I feel
fun.
like that was one thing this game did really well, is like the just figuring out more, not only about the the cases, but like the characters. I like that each case kind of gave you a little more flavor with every bit. It's like by the end of this, it was just like you got a whole bunch of cool lore,
Yeah. I think this series kind of got off the rails when it moved to the 3DS, which I think was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want to say like 5 games in. Might be more because Edgeworth Investigation games. Which, by the way, Edgeworth has his own games. I think 2 of them.
Yep. That potentially sounds pretty exciting, I have to say.
Yeah, those ones I know nothing about, and we gotta play them at some point. We gotta. Hey, look at that.
Hey.
I remember playing 5, which I think was Dual Destinies. I remember it being okay. Secret bonus case.
Uh-oh.
With who are these characters?
Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon in the top right?
I see a Pokemon, I see a Pokemon trainer, and I see
She
the
is
gym
very-
leader.
Oh my, you know what? You're very right. You're very right. Yeah, next time we have the new case, Rise from the Ashes.
Ooh. I swear, if we don't get to prosecute a phoenix, I don't know what.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, we don't want to see this. No,
Oh,
no,
I'm closing
spoilers.
my eyes. I'm not seeing anything.
Spoilers.
Oh, my eyes are closed.
No, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm peeking through my fingers.
All right, I'm gonna close the game because I don't want to spoil it.
Oh,
Don't look at that.
Okay, I'm
Don't look at the amazing
No.
animation. Don't look at it. Don't look.
I'm not
Okay,
looking.
I'm gonna close
I'm
it.
not looking.
All right. All right. Well, I think that'll be it. Yeah. Thank
That
you
was
again
awesome.
for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the main story of the first Phoenix Wright game. Though we're not done. Still got one more.
Heck yeah. I'm definitely down to and very excited to see what the bonus case is as well. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of the of playing through that game. So I'm definitely excited to continue it and then see where we go from there.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like the cast of characters in this next case particularly. They're a lot of fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, well that'll
Oh,
be
but
it.
wait.
Huh?
If Maya's gone, I wonder if she'll be there for this case. All right, we'll figure
Who
it out.
knows? All right. Well, that'll be it. We'll continue this starting with the final case next week.
Ooh.
So I will be back with Vagrant Story probably early tomorrow, or a short stream, and then we'll do this next week. So thank you for stopping by, everybody. Thank you for hanging out.
Yes,
see you
thank
next
you all
time.
so much. Absolute pleasure as always.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.